Hello, hello. I think we're live in both places.
Yes, indeed.
Happy evening. Happy Sunday evening.
Hello.
Woo.
It's been a little while since we've been on and seen y'all.
We will.
Or you've seen us. We don't really see y'all, I guess.
Give it a few minutes and few people get on. We are just trying to. Good evening, Matthew. We are trying to stay warm. For all of our South Georgia people.
Our weather's different than yours.
Yes, it's 49 degrees the last time I looked, and has been raining all day. So
foggy, misty,
just super nasty weather. So anyway,
but it's not 90.
We have the fireplace running, trying to keep it warm in here. I was trying not to turn the heat on until we went to bed, so I popped on the fireplace instead. We sometimes use that. It's a good little heat source because it's electric.
Sorry, I was looking at the pictures there. It looks like my mom is on here. Hey, Mom.
Yes. Miss Janice, my dad said the same thing today, that y'all needed some rain. She said it's dry there, so. Yes, it is not dry. It's just misty. So the campground we're staying in is kind of right on a bay. Is that what you would call it? Kind of like right on a bay. We're in Maine. And so the campground we're staying at is right on this little bay. And so the wind and like we watched the fog roll in off the water last night. It was really crazy. Kind of eerie looking. So we're supposed to this week get temperatures. I think it's supposed to be like in the well, not tomorrow, but then I think it's supposed to get to the 60s and be in the 60s this week. So it won't be freezing like today, but it won't be hot either. So anyway, how are y'all on this Sunday evening? Every minute being dry in South Georgia to our South Georgia people. I know it's been warm there. Anywho.
Last week was Mother's Day. We weren't with you last week.
Yes.
We were actually traveling last week.
We didn't get on last Sunday night.
Yeah, so we didn't get on here last week. And the week before that, we were in...
we talked to them from New York City.
New York City, yeah.
Yep.
So we made our way from New York City, and we traveled to... Well, we checked off 2 states off of our list, and so actually we went...
So 2 weeks ago, we went live from New York City. Then we left New York City on that Monday morning and headed to Boston was our destination. But we had been without sewer, and we're going to be without sewer. So we
ran through Connecticut, had some really good pizza at a great place there, one of the oldest pizza places in the country. And then we made our way to Rhode Island, and we went live that night, right?
No. We were on Sunday in New York City. We didn't leave New York City till Monday. And so then we went. What you need, babe?
Can you shower?
Yeah. Oh, okay. We went live from New York City. We left there on Monday. We needed to check Rhode Island and Connecticut off of our list because we missed it last time and we had a hole on our map, and that was just unacceptable. Yeah. So we decided to spend the night. We spent one night in Rhode Island, slept through Connecticut and had pizza. And then spent the night in Rhode Island at a full hookup site, did some laundry, dumped the tanks, and then went on to Boston and got to Boston on Tuesday afternoon.
Tuesday afternoon we arrived. Those of you who know TJ, we stayed at his church, got to hang out with he and Kelly and spend some time with them, and also make several connections there in the Boston area. So that was good to be there and make some of those connections.
Yes, so the original plan was we were going to be in Boston from Tuesday afternoon all the way until the following Monday morning. So we were staying through the weekend. We were really excited to go to church. On Sunday, we were going to get to go to church with the Talents, who some of you have heard us talk about with their neat story. Kevin met Jason when we were here last time, and so we had gotten to go to lunch with them on Friday. We were excited to go to church with them on Sunday, and we're supposed to be able to spend the evening hanging out with TJ and Kelly on Saturday.
We did spend part of the day with them on Saturday. We got to go to a movie that the girls, or a couple of the girls, had really been wanting to see, the new Marvel movie. And so we went and saw that. Casey got to feeling not so great. And
I had been battling a cold, but pollen is so different here. The pollen up here is just now kind of coming through, whereas in Georgia we were used to pollen back in March, and just different things blooming. So I had kind of been struggling with my sinuses, and so I had just shook it off as pollen, but I could not shake it, and I got feeling bad on Saturday afternoon, and so we didn't want to go to church with people and to people's house, and so I took an at-home COVID test, and it turns out it's positive.
Happy Mother's Day.
So that kind of rerouted all our plans. So we ended up packing up on Saturday evening just to get out of the way. We had been staying in TJ's church parking lot, and so we decided to get on out of the way before their Sunday service. And we packed up and spent the night in the Cracker Barrel parking lot. And
we got to Cracker Barrel at about 11 o'clock at night, so that was fun.
Yeah, fortunately, we were headed, so when we left Boston, the original plan was we were leaving Boston, we were stopping through the southern part of Maine. We were going to stop in Portland, Maine for a few days. We have some friends, church planners that we met before, but we had lots of connections with. We were planning to take them to dinner on Monday night and catch up with them. And so we were going to stay in Portland for a few days, and then we were going to make our way on up to Bar Harbor, Maine.
Where we were going to go to church with another one of our contacts that I met on our way through the last time.
We were supposed to go to church there today.
We were supposed to be there this morning.
So all of that to say, thankfully we were able to extend our reservation in Bar Harbor. This is one of our 1,000 Trails. Y'all have heard us talk about that before. It's one of our membership programs, and anytime we can stay at their parks, we stay for free. And so we were able, it had just opened, and so we were able to extend our reservation and come on up here and just kind of stay away from people in life.
We have quarantined well.
About midway through the week, the older two girls both started to just feel kind of rotten with their sinuses as well. So in some way, shape, form, or fashion, I think we've passed it all the way around the house. So we stayed away today as well and kept to ourselves. Hence the reason we look like this.
Yesterday we had a cool chance to quarantine in a little bit different way. We blew up our inflatable kayaks and we took them out to one of the ponds in Acadia National Park, and I don't know, we paddled, it looked like close to 2 miles. We paddled one way and stopped and had some snacks and rested a little bit, and then paddled back the other direction on the pond and had a good time just being outside and getting some fresh air. It helped everybody just to be outside and have a change of scenery and
get some fresh air.
So
my dad likes to say that fresh air and salt water make everything better. So
and vitamin E oil.
So he's on social media, so he'll never see that or hear that, but he always says that fresh air makes everything better, and it did for us yesterday. It changed all of our perspectives and perked us all up. So we by tomorrow or Tuesday we should be all in the clear and everybody's feeling better, and so we're hoping to have a more normal week this week. So we are working on finishing school. The girls, we did get a lot done last week from the standpoint of we got a lot of school knocked out. Kevin and I both got some more like office work stuff done that we sometimes put off. So anyway, we got a lot done. Got the RV cleaned, got a lot done here. So this week we're hoping to get some more schoolwork done. Kevin will be able to get out and about and meet with some people. And then we will move on. For the weekend, we will move through to Montpelier, Vermont. So Kevin got to meet a guy last time we were up here who, since he has met, since then, his church has launched. And so we're looking forward to going to church with them.
Yeah, they launched on Easter Sunday, and so they've been meeting weekly since then, and so we're looking forward to being able to be with them en route to Pittsburgh.
Yes, so Pittsburgh will be our last our last Sin City of the Northeast. So just to kind of give you a peek into the future a little ways, one of the things that we are looking forward to for June is we will tick off for us all of the so the Sin Cities are kind of characterized by region, and so we've been working on the Northeast region, but then for June we will start to make our way. We will get all of the Ohio Valley Sin Cities, so that will be Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati, Ohio, Indianapolis.
What most people think of as the Midwest.
Yes, and
They
then
call the Ohio Valley, and the Midwest is a little bit further west.
yes, so then we will get to visit some of the Midwestern Sin Cities as well. I think we've got on our schedule about 6 more Sin Cities. About 6 more for June and the first little part of July. So
yep.
Anyway, so that's kind of looking ahead a little bit as we make our way around now that we've made our way all the way back up.
Yeah, so it's been kind of a bummer. These last 2 Sundays we had planned to be with different planners and had talked with them, looked forward to being with them, and then to not be able to go has been kind of a disappointment. But, you know, like Casey said, we've been able to extend the reservation here at no cost, and so it's been a free place to sit and get well and not be in contact with anybody, really, which is not really what we're about. We like to be in contact with people.
I think we've all missed people over the last 10 days, I would say.
Yeah.
Or a week. I guess a week.
So we're looking forward to all of us being on the mend and being 100%, not having to worry about exposing people to anything, and be able to get back to what we're all about and what we're called to do, and get to meeting with people again. And so we're looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And looking forward to this next leg. And part of that is spending time with some friends. We'll see family in Indianapolis, and then just good time to. It's interesting. I wouldn't have thought this, but of all the Sin Cities, Cincinnati has one of the largest kind of populations of active church plants right now, and so that's a real focus area, I guess, right now. And they seem to be doing a good job of drawing people there to plant churches, and so we look forward to that. We look forward to being in Columbus, where we've been before. Cleveland is a new place. We haven't been to Cleveland yet, and so spending some time there. Just looking forward to seeing some new cities, but also meeting with some folks that we've met with in the past. So
yeah, in Pittsburgh, we had lots of good contacts in Pittsburgh on our first leg up, and so we're excited to see some of them again. We've been in contact with them already, and
one of their churches launched Easter Sunday as well. We're looking forward to worshiping with them. One of the guys I've talked with last time, we figured out that we had something in common. We had both enjoyed disc golf, and so we're hoping to be able to get out and play some disc golf together, and just fun stuff on the horizon. So we're praying that we'll be well and be able to have all of those connections made. And yes, Crail, I know. I already told Casey. I said,
talked about you.
When we're in Columbus, we got to get with Crail. So
we just talked about. So this a girl commented that Kevin went to college with, and so we had already talked about that. So that's kind of a peek into the future. We will head continue to creep westward. So it'll be interesting. We'll take you on an adventure of some places that we haven't been before. So in the process, we're going to knock out some new national parks that we've never been to as well. And so anyway, lots on the horizon. In the meantime, we've had kind of a bummer week, so we're excited to turn that around a little bit this week.
Yep.
What, the guy that was that Boston or New York City? Did we already tell him about the guy that you met with that had worked at the same place as you? And...
No, that was in Boston, and cool story. Met with him, and Kings Hill Church is the name of his church. Jonathan Mosley, and we went to breakfast, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm from Georgia. Where at?" And I said, "Columbus." "Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Well, where have you lived?" And I told him Gainesville, and that's where I worked after college. And he said, "Well, what missions organization did you work with?" And I said, "Adventures in Missions." He said, "Oh, AIM. I worked for AIM." And so while he was at the University of Georgia, going to First Baptist Watkinsville, which some of you will recognize that. Those of you who know Andy and Stephanie, if you know those names, that was their home church while in the Athens area, and the Sowells out of Northside had gone to there. Casey's brother went there for a time in college. So we know Carlos, the pastor there, and so it was interesting. That's his sending church while he was going to school there and going to First Baptist Watkinsville. He was working for Adventures in Missions. And so just small world, and really cool to connect with him. He's got some neat opportunities for churches if they're looking to serve in the Boston area. I look forward to connecting some churches with him to be able to partner in a couple of the big projects that he's got going on. One, they do a big move-in thing on the 1st of September every year. His area, 70% of the leases come due on September 1st, and people move in and out. It's a
heavy collegiate area.
Yeah, there's like 10 universities and 5 hospitals within a 1-mile radius of his church. And so just lots of opportunity there for ministry, as well as some camps that he's got going on. And so, I don't know, looking forward to seeing what kind of bridges we may be able to build from churches to him to be able to assist with some of those projects that he's got going on. So if you're interested in any of that, shoot us a message.
Yep. So anyway, it was neat to get all the way to Boston and then have those kinds of connections.
Yeah.
It's always amazing how God puts that together. So anyway, well, we have kept y'all long enough. We hope that you have a fabulous week. Next week when we come to you, we should come to you. We are going to be traveling a little bit.
In between Montpelier and Rochester,
we may
probably.
be in a parking lot when we come to you next week. But we will be somewhere for the evening by the time we come to you. So anyway, we love y'all. We appreciate you. Hope you have a great week. If you'll throw some sunshine and warm tents our way, we would grab
Not
them.
too warm.
Share this video.
Oh yes, don't forget to share the video, and to like the video and share it for us, and that helps people be able to know exactly what we're up to and what we're doing. So anyway, y'all have a good night.
Thanks for joining us.